Consistency, consistency, consistency. It's the name of the game. I don't care what it is that you're doing. If you want to see improvement, there it is. No secret sauce, a little bit every day. I don't even care if it's even 5 minutes. I mean, think about it. Take a push-up, for example. Say you have no push-ups experience. I mean, you can't do a single push-up. Just the act of getting down on the floor every single day, putting both palms on the ground, your body stiff as a board, and using all the strength that you got to push yourself up, even if you can't even get a millimeter off the ground the first time you do it. You show up every day and put maximum effort into that. At some point, you're going to be able to push yourself up. And then when you let yourself back down, then you got to work on doing 2. But as soon as you figure out you could do 1, you know that you can get 2 because you know what it took to get to the 1. So this is the same with everything else. I don't care what you're trying to do. I'll say this until I'm blue. If you're living in your head, you're not doing anything. Those are just thoughts. Thoughts are not things until they're put into action, a plan, until they're made tangible. Even with copyright, when you're dealing with copyright and stuff like that, it's the same thing. It's like once you're making a song or lyrics or music, whatever the case may be, it's like you're not able to copyright it until it's made in a tangible form. A form where it can be published, presented in front of people, right? So, I'm saying that so you stop talking and start doing with consistency, consistency, consistency. Not consistency in your talk, but consistency in your actions. So whatever you're talking and thinking and that you want to do, that your actions are lining up with it every single day. Even if you have a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things to do, you're taking out of that 24 hours. I don't know how many seconds that is. Somebody will hit me with the math. I'll go back and do the math later. I know some people good like that. But whatever the case may be, that you carve out, and say in your 24 hours, what is it? Let me see. Let's do the math real quick. 60 seconds. 60 seconds is a minute. So 3,600 seconds in an hour. 3,600 seconds in an hour. I don't know about the 24 hours. We're not going to do that. But let's just take the 3,600 seconds in an hour. If you took 60 seconds to perfect a push-up, even if it was 1 in 60 seconds, because you went from 0, at some point you'll be able to get 20 in that minute. At some point, whether it's a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. So what I'm saying is that when you're saying that you don't have time, you do have time every single day to consistently, even if it's starting with 60 seconds, to do something for you first, whatever it is. So you say, hey, I want to study, I don't know, audio engineering. I want to study how to be a chef. I want to study how to be a truck driver, or what it is to own a truck driving business, a cleaning business, a barber shop, whatever it is. But you say, hey, I don't got no time. So then you're inconsistent. Like you'll start doing it. You get excited. I want to learn about podcasting. I want to learn about publishing. And then you get so excited about it, right? But you never do anything about it. Or maybe you get excited about it and then you do something. You work on it for 3 hours the first day and you be like, oh my God, this is going to work. But then you don't show up to work on it for 3 weeks. See, there's a problem. Part of this whole thing is showing up every day as you to do the work, right? You got to show up every day. Same way that you go to your job. What happens when you're not going to your job every day? You're working a part-time job or you're working as needed, right? But we put it this way. If it's your business, doesn't it make sense that you're working on your business as much as possible, that you possibly can? So whatever time is afforded to you, and that's why I said break it down to the smallest compound. There's 3,600 seconds in an hour. And you're telling me, and in 1 hour, you know what I'm saying? Times that by the 24 hours that you have in a day. Shit, 10 hours, that's 36,000 seconds. 72,000 seconds for 20 hours. That's a lot of time for you to say that you have no time, right? And what I'm telling you is that whatever you're thinking of, start with the 1 minute. Start with minute 1. Step 1, the 60 seconds. and figure out, in that 60 seconds, it's like, well, 60 seconds is not enough time. That's BS. 60 seconds is enough time for you to Google what you need to do and set out a map for yourself. The same way that you Google and scroll and you do all that other stuff, it's the same thing. So, hey, say, hey, I want to be a mechanic. You're going to Google it. You get all the information you need in 60 seconds. In 60 seconds, you can get the information you need, visit several pages, and get you an outline. The next 60 seconds, you can start breaking it down step by step so you don't get overwhelmed a little bit every day. Consistency, consistency, consistency. It's the name of the game, man. I'm telling you. That's all. See, the crazy part is a lot of people won't even get started because they'll figure nobody's going to care anyways. So if nobody cares, what are you worried about? Why not work on whatever you're going to work on? If you love it, if you think it's something, do it when nobody's watching. What would you do when nobody's watching? Then do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait for your audience. Build it. Start building it. Eventually, it'll be so great, it'll be undeniable. Now, you can't control how many people will get into it. You know what I'm saying? But again, this is about not living in your head. Or maybe you just don't feel like you deserve success. Maybe for something in your life, whether it was the way you were raised, your parents, it doesn't matter. Something in your life where somebody made you feel like you don't deserve success, so you undervalue yourself. But everybody has their own unique intrinsic value. I think intrinsic's the right word. Has their own unique value. Let me not use words that I'm not sure of the meaning. I got to look that up again to make sure I'm good. Because the one thing I don't want to be doing is being all up on this thing like I'm some kind of expert. You know what I'm saying? Trying to use my opinion, my quote unquote, my expertise to make a buck off you. I'm not trying to do that. My money comes in the form of my usefulness when I use my voice to, you know, saying when I put that pen to paper or when I'm recording somebody else's words and stuff like that. So this is just me having a heart to heart with you. You know what I'm saying? Same way I do with my kids, my loved ones, my nephews, my nieces, my cousins. This is really for them. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Don't be scared of success for yourself. You deserve success like everybody else. But don't just do it at any cost. You know, really sit down and plot and think about what you want out of your life. What do you want for your family? What do you want out of your life? What do you want to be known for? How do you want to earn your living? How do you divide your time? The 24 hours you got, what does that look like at its best? Where are you at in regards to that? You could do it, man. You could carve out your little niche in the world, your little slice of the world. While we here, why not? You know what I'm saying? But it all starts with an action, man. A very small action. That's why I refer to that push-up thing again. If you're going from ground zero, the first thing to do is to get on the ground. Put your palms down. Body stiff as a board and use everything in your power to push yourself off that ground. You're stronger than you think. You know what I'm saying? And again, even if you get up just a little bit, it's a start. The whole point is that you're putting maximum effort. You're not wasting time. You're not just talking. You're not sitting around. You're not getting distracted. You're not losing focus. You're not acting hopeless. You're doing something, man. You gotta do something. It's mad simple. You hear those birds? It's crazy because even birds don't wait around for, you know, when they're baby birds, they wait for their mom to feed them, to drop the food in their mouth and stuff like that. But at some point, you know, the mom bird like, nah, baby, you got to fly. You got to go and get your own. And then what do you see when you wake up early in the morning? Boom. All little baby birds, all the birds flying down, going to get their own food, right? They could be sitting up in the nest waiting, just looking crazy. Even they know they got to get out there and get it. And that's what I'm saying. It's cool. You getting out there, getting it, and you working your job, you're paying your bills. That's cool. Everybody got to pay bills. Everybody got to pay bills. But if there's something that's moving you, you know what I'm saying? Something that's shaking you up and you keep thinking about it, and every year go by and you say, I'm going to do that. I want to try that. And you still ain't doing it. When that 1 year turned to 2, that 2 turned to 5, 5 turned into a decade go ahead and turn into, you only got yourself to blame. You only got yourself to blame. You're going to be looking back and, oh man, I should have tried this, and this. You know what I'm saying? But instead of saying, oh, I'm going to try this, and this, why not just go for it? The worst thing you could do is just fail. That's it. And then even if you fail, what? You just go ahead and then try something else. That's the worst you could do. But you worried about a little bit of embarrassment? Come on, man. Put in that work. Now remember, consistency. Stop talking, start doing. A little bit every day. I freaking sound like my mother, like a broken record. She used to always say that to me. I sound like a broken record. Yeah, because you know what I'm saying? I was being hard-headed. Don't be hard-headed, man. Life is already hard. Don't make this thing harder than what it needs to be. You can get your little slice of the world, but you got to be willing to put in that work for it. And you got to believe in yourself, right? You got to be willing to bet on yourself. I find it very crazy. That people will actually, there's a set a mindset where the person will think that people should invest in their thing without even really believing in what they say. Oh, I got an idea. But you got an idea that you're not willing to put your own resources, time, and energy into it. Doesn't always have to be money, right? But you have this great idea. And for some reason, you're not willing to put the time, energy, and the resources into it. But you're expecting somebody else to. I always find that to be odd. Because if you believe in it so much, wouldn't you dedicate yourself to it, to bring it to some kind of fruition, even if it's at its minimum viable product, to make people see? Because talking is just talking. Everybody's coming up with ideas. We could do that all day. We could sit down, have a drink, have a smoke, and come up with like a gazillion ideas and not move on anything. And then, hey, it'll be good. We're just shooting the shit, as they say. Right? I mean, it's big talk. I mean, it's good. I'd rather go around, talking ideas than to be talking about people, right? At least it shows that you have a brilliant mind, that we could sit down for hours and talk ideas. I'd rather do that than talk about people or just talk about current events. Ideas are great, but with an idea without action is, that's all we'll be doing is talking. And that's cool if it's for the sake of talking purposes. But I would like to consider myself a man of action. The most talking I'm doing is this. Talking to spark action with you, because I'm taking action. I'm taking so much action right now. You figure while I'm talking to you, I'm walking, right? Because I need to exercise for myself. I'm doing my 4 miles that I like to do, And I say, this keeps my cardio up. And a lot of times if I'm not doing this, I'm rehearsing. I'm rehearsing and I don't even have shows. Again, I have a vision for where I want to go, right? I know that at some point I get back on the stage, microphone, so I take action every single day, whether it's walking 4 miles, running, practicing the songs that I had in the past, the new songs that I created. I don't know when I'm going to do a show. I have no idea. But I do the work every single day. And again, whether it's 5 minutes, 5 hours, 30 minutes, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You have to fit it within your time frame. You got to fit it within your time frame, whatever it is that you want to do. Oh, I want to be nice at golf. You got to get out there every day or work on your shot, get your little practice thing. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't mean to talk about myself. I just gave you that little thing for example so you can see how I'm putting in that work too, chiseling every single day. And this is on top of, like I said, I already get paid to go and do the other stuff, you know, record for other people and stuff like that. That's a given. But I want to perform. I want to be back on that stage. I like to shake things up, be one-on-one with people, or 1 in 100,000, whatever the case may be, to be in front of the people and be eye to eye, and, you know, that energy. It's something that's different than traveling across the internet. The internet is great, but we want to get our show in front of people. And so again, that's my little tidbit. That's what I do every day to work on that. Even though I can't, you know, it's having vision. So have your thoughts, do your talks, have your vision, and then just put your plan to action. And have trust in yourself, belief in yourself, and faith that everything is going to come out in the wash. And that faith is based on the fact that you chose something, not just because it's about money. You chose something because it moves you. And that's why you're willing to do the work. And like I said, if it's popping up in your head all the time and it makes you feel a certain way when it pops up, and every year that goes by and you haven't taken action, it kind of bothers you, and you say, this is the year I'm going to take action on it. Take action on it. And no matter what direction it goes, if it doesn't quite work out, at least you took action on it. And it's going to lead you to something else. You're going to get something from it. And it can lead you, if you keep going, it's going to lead you somewhere else and somewhere else and somewhere else. It really is about the journey. But have an end goal for yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. And you don't need to have a roadmap. You're building the roadmap as you're doing it. And that roadmap that you're building is going to be left for somebody else. Like, hey, here's my roadmap to the treasure. They could follow it or not, or make their own. But the fact is that you went from talking to doing. So that's all, man. We ain't trying to get all deep or nothing like that. I'm going to focus on the rest of my walk. I think I talked enough. You know what I'm saying? Time for more action. I'll talk to you later, yo. I hope you enjoy this. If you enjoy this, send me a voice message on the app. You know, this is on Spotify now. And I like doing this. I like talking and walking and stuff like that. But I want to know people are listening. You know what I'm saying? So respond back to me. Hit me on social media. Let me know that you're listening. Hit me back here with a voice message. Let me know that you're listening. Or, you know, you see me in the street, let me know that you're listening. And I'll keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because I really like doing this. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mind doing it at all while I'm walking. I'll talk to you later. Peace.